All right, welcome back. This is Total OS Today, total technology for beginners and beyond. Is it possible? I need to adjust my mic here. Is it possible to, I think it's working. Is it possible 18 with less than 1 GB of RAM? Well, I'm doing it now. You guys tell me. I installed Peppermint OS. It took a little fiddling. I have a Thinkpad R40. This originally had Windows XP 2004, 2005-ish. I have plenty of RAM sticks for laptops, but none that'll fit this one. This one will max out at 2 gigs of RAM. Yeah, this ThinkPad R40 will max out at 4 gigs of RAM. I'm sorry, 2 gigs. I keep saying it's 2 gigs, but none of the RAM chips fit in it. I think this was DDR2. I have DDR3 or something like that. Hi, Kagan. Um, I don't have a webcam hooked up. I don't want to chance it of this freezing altogether. Let me see how much RAM it's using. Give me a second here. Yeah, it's not particularly fast, but it appears stable. Yeah, it's using 60% of the RAM, so but you know what? It's freaking working with Peppermint OS on a Pentium. I forget what this was, a single core. It's just an experiment. Let me go ahead and let me see if I can screen share. And if it freezes or crashes, I'll have to come back. So give me a second here. I'll try this screen share function once it loads. Come on, you can do it. Come on. All right, there it is. It's taking its time, but that's all right. I'm going to share my entire screen, and you guys let me know if it works. I have no idea. This is completely off the cuff experiment. I was able to get this non-PAE outdated laptop running Peppermint OS. All right, can you guys see this? Um, Again, it's the latest Peppermint, and let me know if you guys can see this. You should be getting it now, I believe. And I believe it's, there we go. I think we got it. I hope. Hi, Robert. How are you? All right, so you guys are telling me this works with a ThinkPad from from the Fred Flintstone days, less than 1 gig of RAM. Hi, Anthony. How are you? Welcome to this off-the-cuff experiment. Can you live stream in 2018 with less than a gig of RAM? We are proving that it can be done. Peppermint OS really is a beauty. I recommend, this is one of my recommendations for beginners. Lovely laptop, or it is a lovely laptop, but a lovely OS. It is working cool. So there's no, on your end, I'm assuming there's no lag in the video or the voice. Like I said, I didn't want to take a chance and hook up a webcam and really slow it down, although maybe I'll try it next time just to see. If I had the right RAM chips, I would try, but I don't want to spend any money on this machine. I've already lost 3 monitors in like 8 years. It's like $1,000 out the window. I can't afford to lose anything more, but uh, I'm impressed. So it's doable. So if you have an outdated machine that you were thinking about, I don't know, throwing away, donating, putting in storage, if you have the right Linux operating system, and you want it to live stream, I can tell you that if I am not live streaming, this runs a little better. And considering that I'm doing multiple things now. I mean, I'm not, playing video or anything. No lag. Thank you, Anthony. This is pretty good. I'm impressed. I actually am dual booting this ThinkPad R40. Um, Hi, Tony. Looks good. Okay, thank you. I am dual booting this Peppermint with Ubuntu. Yeah, not yeah, right. Ubuntu. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Try installing Ubuntu with 768 megs of RAM. See what happens. Ubuntu. Linux Mint. I'm dual booting this with Linux Mint and Peppermint. And Linux Mint seems to run a little bit slower. Just playing with it. So I booted into Peppermint, and I really like this. I think I've done a review of Peppermint, so I won't go into all of this again, but needless to say, it's lightweight. I believe they recommend 512 megabytes of RAM to run Peppermint, of course, preferably more. Um, if you wanted something lighter, not too many choices. Hi, Slim Clatterford. Clatterford Slim. Hello. I hope I said that. Is this your first time? Welcome. If it is, we have a custom on the show. If you are new, everybody please say hello to Clatterford Slim. And if it's not your first time, welcome anyway. But yeah, just testing if we can stream in today's age with less than a gig of RAM and an outdated old Windows XP ThinkPad. That's why I always recommend refurbished. If you want to test Linux, a refurbished to use ThinkPad is the way to go. I was listening to the Ubuntu podcast, one of them, and Alan Pope from Ubuntu. He bought two ThinkPads. I guess one was like really old and heavy, and one of the co-hosts said, "Yes, and you can also use that machine as a piece of slab in case a brick breaks in your house or something." But ThinkPads are awesome. Yeah, everybody say hello to Clatterford. Please do. Kagan has been running Bodhi Linux on a laptop and runs Superlight, but I've been thinking about. Yeah, I believe Bodhi is another one where it'll. I believe the minimum of RAM is 256. Normally with his lightweight distros 512, and it's Slim. It is your first time. Thank you for stopping by, and please stick around. How are you enjoying the stream and the channel, Slim? See, this is why I do these streams at different times to try and catch people who never seem to get a chance, to jump on the stream and do these live events at different times and give them a chance to say hello or ask a question or whatever. So awesome, and we caught Slim to jump on the stream. Great. Slim, what OS do you use? Do you dual boot or just Windows or just Linux? And if you use Linux, what kind of Linux? See if I can open up a new tab and not break this. Let's see. So if we take a look, if I can do a search here, hope it doesn't freeze up on me. Maybe I'll close one tab. Maybe I'll close that one. Hello, Noah. Ah, another Peppermint user. Yay! Slim's the smart one. For about a year. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, I just installed this last night. I had a fiddle. This is one of those non-PA PAE machines, physical address extension. That's how old it is. I had to fiddle with the command line, but I got it working. So I'll post a tutorial on this maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's running a little bit slow, but not bad. Come on, you can do it, little ThinkPad. No, you don't need my location. Um, yeah, these are some of the specs for the ThinkPad. Let's go to Wiki. Oh, it's currently 2 a.m. Yeah, well, Tony, thank you anyway. Yeah, normally if I do something in the afternoon, it's between 5 and 6, but I was at grocery shopping, so I couldn't. Let's take a look at what I'm using here for a laptop, the ThinkPad R40. Yeah, pretty basic specs. Mobile Intel Celeron, Pentium M. Um, yeah, the 20, 30, 40, or 60 gig hard drive. Mine's a 30 gig. I believe mine had a CD-ROM. I actually hot swapped the CD-ROM and stuck in a battery in there, and those are pretty nice. But pretty basic stuff here. But it works. I think I paid less than 100 bucks for this one. Um, I think mine's the 15 inch, 1024 by 768 resolution, I do believe. And this takes PC 2100 memory, maximum 2 gig of RAM. Yeah, I must have the one above this for my other laptops. Too bad it won't fit in this. I could boost it up, but this is what I'm using. Card bus slot Firewire. I remember those. Anyway, that's what I'm using. Let's go back to the chat. Peppermint runs like a dream. Whatever I chuck at it, it just says, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, awesome. Slim, what kind of machine are you running it on? Like, machine and what specs? Maybe I should try like Lubuntu on the lighter, 56 megabytes of RAM versus 512. But I may delete Linux Mint on this and just keep Peppermint up. I am running Chromium in general. It just seems to be a little bit faster. But this here, if I boosted the RAM and got a faster hard drive, it would probably run pretty good. The screen still looks good after 14 years. I love the feel of these ThinkPads. They just feel solid. The keyboard and the little trackball mouse, they just feel solid. This is, what am I using? DuckDuckGo. You can change this. I think I like Start Page, but let's see. Do a search here. I wonder if the pop-out chat will work. Let's try that. Like I said, if this freezes up, I'll jump back in. Restart this. Let me see if I get this to work. Again, I apologize for the slowness of it, but it's the experiment so far appears to be a success. It is working. Yeah, this is probably not something you would want to do on a consistent basis unless you maxed out the RAM and changed the hard drive, but it can be done. This is the power of Linux. You can salvage a machine that you thought was ready for the trash heap years ago. If I can get this to pop up, maybe. Let's see. All right, waiting, waiting. There we go. All right, hey, it works. Good. Let me see. And this tab. Let's see if I can get this to work. All right, that works. Hey, it works. Awesome. I can hear the hard drive chugging. Let's see. It's Ansem. It is a 32-bit. Hence, I had the error with the PAE, the physical allocation extension error. There is a bypass. I was able to get it work. Maybe I'll post a tutorial on that tomorrow. It's not that difficult. You got to get into the terminal prompt. It's not that difficult, but I was able to force the PAE and got it working. Oh, I see. So you're running DDR3 RAM. Okay, yeah. Let's see. PCI Express. Oh yeah. So you have USB 3. Oh yeah. 4.3 gigahertz. Oh yeah. It's 3 times as fast as mine. Slim. Yeah. 100 watts is a bit much. Okay. See if I can bring up the specs to this. Let's see. I'm not sure how to do it in Peppermint. So it's using CPU is running pretty good. Memory still about 60% out of 768 megabytes. Not bad, considering it is a live stream. Let me see here. Uh, 430 watts. Yeah, for what you have, top of my head, you need probably at least 550, 650. Um, you probably get away with 550 just off the top of my head. Let me see here. I have a second task manager installed. That's not the one I wanted. Let's go back. Yeah, this gives you more precise. So out of 700 megabytes or so, it's running 432. Okay, all right. It's still not bad. This is just a machine I kind of tinker around with, put in the garage, play music when I'm, cleaning up or whatever. But it's working. Let me see here. Not sure if customizing look or feel might be able to speed it up. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what's all installed here. Deconf editor, very nice. I think if you go into that, you might be able to. I might be able to speed things up a little bit, possibly. I'm not sure. I hate to touch it because it's not too bad right now. GUVC view is installed, very good. Yeah, the Spectre and Meltdown. If you're considering buying something new, Slim, like say you're looking for Lenovo or ThinkPad or whatever, HP, Dell, check their website first. Check the support website and see what it has to say about that particular machine. That's probably the only way to be, well, relatively sure as far as that goes. Um, that's what I would do. Hey, Mark. Yeah, just off the cuff experiment. I was able to get this running through a little bit of tinkering with the command line for a non-PAE 32-bit machine. It's not bad. As you can see, the RAM usage out of 700 megabyte, well, 741, it's about 443. So it's using most of it. But you know what? And you guys tell me it's not lagging. So hey, there you go. I tried running this in Linux Mint. I can get Linux Mint running in this, but it seems to feel more sluggish than it does with Peppermint for whatever reason. So this is pretty good. I'm very happy. Are they still making hardware with the bugs? I hope not, Slim. Yeah. Um, I would think not. Like I said, check the vendor, the manufacturer's website just to be sure for the new stuff coming up. But I would think once they got word of that, they would slowly start to build the machines accordingly. So yeah, there is some lag. Okay. So the some lag, which it's not like it's not driving you nuts, right? It's totally acceptable, Mark. Is that what you're saying? I've heard of Boosin Labs. I might try Antix or AntiX. Yeah, right. Yeah, I believe that's Debian based, very lightweight. I think it should be fairly simple to use. I might try that. Borderline. Okay. Oh, well, this poor machine's like, Captain, I've given you all she's got. Scotty, more power. That's all I've got, Captain. I cannot change the laws of physics, Captain. And anyway, it's workable. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Again, this is just an experiment. For all the newbies, beginners out there, that if you have an old machine, and if you don't live stream, it's perfectly fine. So I can hear the hard drive chugging. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Probably bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah. Originally, I could not get Permit installed because I got the non-PAE kernel error. CPU not compatible, but I was able to force install because I figure if I break it, well, it's an old machine from 2004 or 5 or whatever. Force install the PAE and got this running. Um, so it's not bad. Like I said, it's only a single core. Yes, Peppermint has a lot of extra stuff. I can probably, when I got time, go through this and start deleting it. Some of this, um, I'm not sure if it'll speed it up. Probably if I go into preferences or the deconf editor, might be able to speed it up a little bit. But it's not bad. I like I said, sometimes I hate to tinker with things and maybe accidentally break it. Um, and if I sound like I'm rambling along, sorry about that. I just should be careful. Yeah, try to ended up with an unbootable system. Yeah, yeah. I hear you, man. Window manager, very breakable doing that. Okay, all right. I'm using the onboard mouse here, trying to. All right, let's see if I can do it like this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Um, okay. Let's see. Desktop effects. Uh-oh. We have Mr. Unstable himself, my favorite unstable master from. Oh, it works. I thought you were going to say it crashed. Excellent. Everybody, please say hello to Derek from DistroTube. If you haven't already, check out DistroTube and do support Derek's channel through Patreon. Check out his channel. Excuse me. Very good, Derek. So are you still, is Manjaro still your favorite, DT? Yeah, welcome. I'm testing live streaming with less than a gigabyte of RAM on an old Windows XP ThinkPad single core, less than a gig of RAM, and am I crazy? Pfft, are you kidding me? Absolutely. So I wonder if I tinker with these desktop effects, maybe I can speed this up a bit. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Derek, what say you? Should I tinker with this now and crash the system? uh, let's see if this does anything. I don't know. Opacity. Well, I need that. The borders. So shadows. Do I need that? Show shadows. Nope. I'm happy with any distro, not happy with just any DE window manager. Don't get me started on GNOME. I know. Look, if don't. Okay, DT. Right. Ansem says, go ahead, tinker with it, break it, idiot. Well, I am tinkering. Look, DT, if GNOME was faster, if it was faster and not sluggish, I think we could agree it is polished. It looks polished, stable. I'll give the developers credit. It's just not speedy. I mean, you really need 4 gigs. I mean, look, I'm running this with a total of 741 gigs. Yeah, gigs, right. I wish megs of RAM, and look what I'm doing. A little bit slow, um, but I think if GNOME was a little bit more speedier, I think it would be okay. It's still not my favorite. Um, getting better, okay. Yeah, I don't know what else. And I'm in the control center, obviously, to speed things up here. But Anselm, I'm tinkering with it, and you're probably hoping. But as far as tinkering here, I don't know. Let me see here. Accelerate. This is the. I'm using the little, the red track pointer in the ThinkPad. A little better. Keyboard shortcuts I don't really mess with. DT, I'm going to tell you, I know what you're saying, and and I totally agree. Um, but I think Gnome's going to get better. Unity wasn't all that polished or fast in the beginning, and it got faster. So give it time. I still don't think in the end Gnome will ever be as fast as a lightweight distro like Peppermint. But I think it's going to get better. I think you'll be surprised. I think we all will be, but not today. Yeah, those mirrors on the updates of Manjaro have always been a pain for me. Jumble Sailor, welcome. Everybody, please say hello. I think you're new on the stream. We have a custom. Everybody, please say hello to Jumble Sailor. Awesome. And if you're not new, welcome anyway from the English channel. Awesome. Good day, mate. I think that's what you guys say there. If not, welcome anyway. Yeah, everybody say hello to Jumble Sailor. We have my favorite gal from the South, Coding Commander. You're old, well, not as old as my ThinkPad coding. Yes, I'm running a ThinkPad. Uh, yeah, please say hi. Please say hi to Jumble Sailor. Mark Yates is Australian. Good day, mateys. Hey, I love the accents in the Halo games. Oh, crikey! Look out! It's coming after us. What was I saying? Coding. Yeah, I'm running this on a ThinkPad that had Windows XP from 2004, 5, with less than a gig of RAM, as you see here. Single core as an experiment. Yeah, pretty soon we'll get senior discounts. Well, sure. Anything that's a better deal. I'm a little distracted, working on posting a vid, but I'm listening to you on my phone. Hi, coding. Am I distracting you? I'm so sorry. Oh, you have two ThinkPads. And I thought I was the smart one. Gee, Cody, you're smarter than me. No, no. Seriously, ThinkPads are awesome. I got one, two, three ThinkPads. This is the one that it's only a single core, but as you can see, it's chugging along. So it appears qualify. Geez, what is this? The senior live stream day on Toss today? Maybe I should just call this Senior OS today. Ha ha. But yeah, I was just messing with the control center coding in this to see if I can maybe speed things up by deleting a few things here in desktop effects. I don't know what else I can do unless I go into decomp editor. But I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna tinker with decomp. That's like messing with the registry in Windows, sort of. Um, 34 feels like 60 some days. Okay, I know the feeling. Yeah. So this is what I have now. I salute the Peppermint team. I was able to get my ThinkPad running. Yeah. I mean, I can hear the hard drive just chugging, you know. What was the other one? Anti-X we talked about? DT, I would send you a link, coding. I would send you a link to jump on, but I'm afraid if I do that, this thing will freeze up. Maybe we'll try that next time. Yeah. Let's see. Original configs. Okay. Jumbo Sailor installed Arch on the cheap and cheerful Lenovo IdeaPad. Okay, cool. I don't think we need this task manager anymore, do we? I think you guys get the idea. This is working pretty cool. So, but that CPU is just chugging along. I can. Uh, all right, DT. Maybe I'll catch you Friday night then. Yeah. You're legally a senior. You're to your yes. Maybe I'll just run to the store, grab some instead of going to the gym. Well, you do have to burn calories to go to the store, right? When you lift beer up, you do burn finger calories. When you drink, you're burning calories. I mean, totally absurd, but I thought I would make you feel better, DT. Oh, man. DT, you tried antics, didn't you? Was it fairly zippy? 'Cause I think this will run as little as 256 megabytes of RAM, if I am not mistaken. Anas, yeah, Anas, welcome, Anas. Let me install this. Walking is not for everyone. Now, eating is great. Oh, gee, I thought I was lazy. My goodness. Yeah, I might try installing AntiX. Now, the thing is, I'm dual booting this with Peppermint with Linux Mint. So if I wanted to get rid of Linux Mint and install this, that would probably break Grub, huh? Trying to figure out how to do a dual boot with Linux and remove one of the OSs. Um, I could remove Mint and what? Use a USB to repair the grub and then install AntiX. Oh man, I'm getting a headache thinking about it. Does that sound about right, DT? Dual booting two Linux OSs, delete one, repair grub, and then boot into AntiX. I don't know. I can't think right now. But that sounds about right. Yeah, Antex for the older machines. Cool, cool. Repair shops. Apple has pretty good service. Peppermint's a new D&D character name. Okay. Stephen Anderson, I'm running Peppermint OS. This will run on less than a gig of RAM, as you see here, live streaming. I don't have the webcam hooked up. I haven't tested live streaming on this with the webcam. But AntiX will run absolutely. Lubuntu, Bodhi, Linux. Yeah, I have to repair grub if I do that. Okay, cool. Thanks, DT. So this AntiX, Linux Mint XFCE, Puppy Linux. What am I missing, DT, to run a machine less than a gig of RAM? Um, Grub, think the Ubuntu Grub. Yeah, Grub Rescue rings a bell, but probably a USB bootable stick to repair the grub is probably going to do it, DT. Yeah. Grub Rescue. There's also Boot Repair, Grub Repair, something like that. But probably the best format the partition you want to get rid of and update grub. Yes, that sounds about right. Yeah, Linux Mint on this feels slower for whatever reason. It's weird because they both use XFCE, but I noticed Linux Mint's a little bit slower. Um, anyway, DWMX. But I will post a tutorial probably tomorrow on how I got Peppermint to install on a machine when it told me I couldn't install it on a non-PAE machine, but I got it to work. Um, oh, I would love to have 16 gigs now. But honestly, Stephen, with an older machine like this with a single core, even if it would accept 16 gigs, it probably wouldn't be that much faster. Less than a gig. I'll go LXD for DE, but really go WM. Ah, okay. Joe's Window Manager open box. Okay. I suppose I could install DT a different desktop environment in this, right? And then log in and out and choose which one I want to log into. I don't recommend that for beginners. Coding, you're posting a Postgres tutorial on YouTube. Okay, yeah. If you guys are into programming and what coding does, check out our YouTube channel. Um, but yeah, I may experiment installing a different DE. See what happens. I don't know. I'm using a Sempron. Stephen, I don't know. This is a Thinkpad R40. Whatever it is, this originally had XP. Um, I think this originally had 512 megabytes of RAM. I had a chip somewhere. I believe this is DDR2, I think, of 256. So I installed that. But this will take a maximum of 2 gigs of RAM, and I have extra RAM chips, but they won't fit to the wrong ones, and I'm not going to put in any more money into this. I've already had bad luck with monitors. Um, I cracked a joke on Friday night show. Yeah, I like to drive down the highway and throw $1,000 bills out the window. Hey, who needs a monitor? Ah, forget a monitor. Forget about it. Um, Sudo apt install window manager. Yes. Most of them will create their own X session. Yes, that sounds about right. So you would say LXDE DT? Probably, huh? If you're gonna get a ThinkPad, Mark, look for a refurbished one. I've had pretty good luck. Even the one that I kind of dropped several times and cracked still works. I mean, ThinkPads are like Toyotas, man. They just keep going and going and going. You know. Um, you have DDR2. It's desktop. Yeah, I need a. Um, I don't think I need DDR2 desktop RAM, do I? No, I guess, I mean, I checked online for this machine, and a 1 gig stick is like 40 bucks. It's just not worth it. I mean, the machine's really, I mean, it's running, but thank you, Stephen. I think my two desktops take DDR3, if I am not mistaken. But yeah, Fluxbox, that's right. I think DT has messed with Fluxbox. Uh, is it a little sluggish? Okay. LXDE is the only full desktop that will work for that machine. Yeah, isn't that what Ubuntu is based on? So that sounds about right, yeah. Yeah, Mark, check out a refurb ThinkPad on well, you don't have to go on Amazon. I mean, I have an Amazon link if you're going to do that to support the channel, but you don't have to. Um, Problem is modern browsers. Firefox, forget about it. Chromium, well, I'm using Chromium, not Chrome. I don't think there is a 32-bit Chrome DT, so I'm using Chromium, which is a little better. I could probably install, I don't know, Midori web browser. I don't know if there's a 32-bit Opera browser, but this is Chromium. Yeah, Chrome is not available. Firefox runs definitely slower, definitely. Fourth or fifth gen CPU. She's worried with me paying too much. I told her, Mother, these things just work and run for numerous years. Yeah, if you take care of it, yes, that is true. Oh, there is a 32-bit Brave browser. Okay, maybe I'll try that. Thank you, Anas. I didn't want this. What did I want? I already went through this. Absolute Linux, I have not tried. DT, you tried just about everything the last 5 months. Have you tried Absolute Linux? Third gen or fourth gen? Yeah, I think mine is a caveman generation, Mark. But that's the beauty of these things. Just it's unreal. Not tried Absolute. Okay. Slackware. Okay. I'm curious about the Santix. I may try this. Looks like it's nice and it will run on minimum 256 megabytes of RAM. So yes, ICE-WM sounds really good right now with a nice root beer float. I don't know why I'm thinking of ice cream now. Here we go with the food again. Yeah, I have heard of that. And so, yeah, Antex is good. 5 or 6 lightweight window manager installed and configured out of the box. Very good. I no longer distro hop. I've handed down the crown to DistroTube. Trust me, give us some time. He'll get burned out eventually, like I have. Yeah. hmm Tweaks. Let's check tweaks. Notification character. Hardware. Interesting to have an audio equalizer, something I would never use. I have messed with Fluxbox in the past. It's pretty fast. You already swore off hopping, never again? Okay. So you got burned out in 5 months. I got burned out in. Jeez, I must be. I got. When did I stop? It took me years, man. Yeah, it took me years, DT. But I finally said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's just too much. I mean, I'll test. Distros here and there, but yeah, as far as what's installed, Ubuntu Mate, man. Mate and meatballs. See what I'm saying? Let's see what the startup looks like. Ladder feels slim. You don't use Windows anymore. Ah, you love your freedom. Okay, fair enough. Distro hopping drove Tony mad. Another Manjaro used it. Okay, I did not have good luck with Manjaro. I tried and tried, and I said, "Nee, I think I'm done." Yeah. Startup applications. Let's see what we can disable to speed things up. Need that, need that. But don't need Bluetooth. I'm not going to print off of this. Hi, Spin. Anything else I don't need? No, I'm pretty much going to keep all these on. Environment, other or Ubuntu. That's interesting. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. That means if I log out, I'll log in, I'll go into Ubuntu? I don't know. Arco Linux, fantastic distro. Very good. You hopped from '07 to 2015. I hopped from '06. Wow. When did I stop? Maybe it was 2015. Yeah. Maybe it was. Arch KDE. And you like Solus. Very good. I looked at Solus. It does look polished. Yes. Absolutely. You can check the condition of your hard drive with the disk utilities. You can see here, oh, it's burning up 120 degrees. Ooh, that's hot. And it's cool downstairs here in the rec room. Anyway, it says disk is okay, so very good. So this is, yeah, just a 30 gig. The software, so yeah, it was missing a few things at the time that I tested it. Um, Probably has more now. So the capacity of this battery, this hot swappable battery, the design was 36 watt hours. I think that's what that means, watt hours. Fully charged, it's only holding 30% of its charge. Now, considering this battery is from 2005, it's holding 30%. It's not bad. And I wonder if sticking batteries in the freezer, I think we talked about it, will like revitalize them. Deepen as a mammoth, probably even more than Ubuntu Gnome, right, DT? Yeah. So I'm surprised this battery even works after 13 years. but it's only holding 30% of its original charge. But can't complain, it's working. More than gnome. That's yeah, that's like a Mack truck, man. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Well, that's mine's pretty much doing that, but it's working, man. It's chugging along. I, it's Mark, I have don't did I don't think I have yet. No. If I remember, maybe tomorrow. I'll have some time tomorrow. Check it out. I don't like the built-in XFCE task manager. I like the LX task manager. So it's yeah, my CPU is 100%. So it's using 41% of swap. I wonder. I think you can make um, a USB like a Ready Boost in Windows. You can take a USB stick and use that for like swap memory or like virtual memory, if I am not mistaken. Okay, DT. Maybe I'll catch you this weekend. Take next weekend coming up. Take care. Clatterford Slim, thank you for stopping by. Always great to see new people here on the stream. Great. Don't forget to like and share the video, the channel. If you can't support the channel through PayPal, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'll probably wrap this up here in about 15 minutes anyway. But I don't know, guys. I'll take a quick poll. Is this test a success or a failure? Man, I can just hear that hard drive. Is it a success or a failure? What say you? I'll let you guys decide. If it's a success, I may try this again. If not, then I'm done doing this test. Whisker menu. Steven is gonna go mad. He needs to do some distro hopping on the new computer. Okay. Success. We got 2 votes for a success. Okay. I guess the next test is try this with the webcam. Uh, maybe I'll do like a unlisted video and test it with the webcam and see what happens. I didn't want to chance it tonight. Get seal approval. If it runs, it's a success. Okay. My sound is better. Maybe it is pulse audio. I don't know. Excellent. I'm not using the equalizer, am I? That's disabled. Okay. Success, encouraging for all of those of us with old bangers in the corner of their offices. Well, there you go, man. You can salvage a machine. Well, at least you can salvage a ThinkPad. Um, yeah, and some I read that last night about putting swap on a USB might help. Yeah, but this isn't bad. Like I said, my next test will be with the webcam just to see what happens. But yeah, I would have to say it's probably a success. I'll when I'm done with this, I'll go back and play the video. But I would say it's a success. All right, let's give the 5 minute warning here. Last call for comments and whatever, and we'll wrap it up. Thanks everybody for stopping by. This was nice. Refresh the chat. There we go. All right, it's the same. Yeah, hard to believe it's 118. You can run on 1 gig, actually less. I don't even have a gig of RAM in there. I think it's like seven. What did I say? 740, 768 of RAM. I don't even have a gig running this, Steven. Yeah. Good night from. Oh, Anas from Morocco. Very good. Thank you. All right, Tony. Take care. Yeah. So we're using 500 so megabytes of RAM out of 741. Not even a gig. Jumbo Sailor, salute. Have a good one. I'm going to log off here soon and have a little bit of wine and toast. Get it? TOST, toss, toast to my success. I got to get a hold of my cousin Gabriella from Long Island to see when she can jump on a live stream. She's an aspiring singer with a beautiful voice. I mean, really, really stunning. Would you guys like to see a live stream with an hopefully an up and coming singer star from New York? Okay, again, the youngest to give the youngest a bath. Okay, very good. 9 month checkup tomorrow. Very good. But yeah, the CPU is chugging along. Memory, it's not filled up yet. Mark Yates says, sure. Yeah, I got to get a hold of Gabriella. She's been blessed with a voice. I mean, really. Well, I think you guys saw her video, the one I posted last week. She was singing I Will Always Love You, and she just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. She should be on America's Got Talent or The Voice or whatever that's called. And like everyone's going to say no. Well, that's okay. You guys can be honest here. That's what this channel was made for, to be honest about anything. I mean, you can be polite and say no. It's okay, Fat Elvis. It's okay. You know, I mean, this isn't a it's not a singing channel per se, but I just like to mix things up. So Mark 8 you saw are good. Yeah, but if some of you say politely no, that's okay. It's no big deal. She is an amazing talent. Yeah, she's Christ. The last time I was in New York 20 years ago, she was just born. That's okay, Fed Up, because if anybody says no, I'll have the Cadillac trunk ready to go. I got it cleaned out the other day, and we can fit another six bodies in there, and the horse's head. But a bump up. Yeah, I have no ego to bruise, Fat Elvis. So yeah, not hard to look at either. Okay, she's got a single out, dance single that came out. Check out Gabriella, and the single is called Temptation. It's like a dance song. Yeah. The song she sang, karaoke style, "I Will Always Love You." That is true, Spin. It is a heartwarming song, and she just nailed it. So I wish her all the best. She deserves it. Let me see what the weather's going to be here. Let's see. Let's see. 50, 60, 50, 70, 50, 60. It's kind of chilly for this time of year still. 50, 60. All right, okay. All right, last call for comments. Anything else on your mind before I wrap this up? Raspberry Pi. That was mentioned in the last Ubuntu podcast, Stephen. Yeah. I personally don't have an interest in that, but I mean, it sounds cool. Something to play with. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by for this casual Monday night chat. Testing in 2018. Can you live stream with a Windows XP machine and less than a gig of RAM? We have answered that question, haven't we? Fat Elvis, you read my mind. Get Gabrielle and Stephanie together. Oh, what a show that would be. I know. That would be freaking cool. Um, I'll see what I can put together. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yes, I want everyone to be successful. Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, thank you. If you are new to the channel, and some of you are, great for having you stopping by. Those of you who watch this stream, playing it back later, thumbs it up if you like it, and share if you can. Enjoy your technology, and remember that the best OS, the best operating system out there is yourself, and use it wisely, right? Of course. Let's go ahead and stop tunnel vision. All right. Okay, I think we are done. Put that drive in the high spot. Yeah, I have to put him on ice. Let's go put him on ice. Okay, ciao.